Hello, good morning. Welcome to Sunday Live discussion session with me, Antara. Today, our guest is author Shiwani Kumar. Now, Shiwani is not just the author of one book, but she has already written and published 4 novels. One of these novels is Joint Family, which we are going to talk more of today. The story of Joint Family takes us through a trippy family, a trippy story of an 80s family, joint family rather, who are involved in cultivating of joints or cannabis, and what happens when suddenly cannabis cultivation is no longer legal in India. Now, each character of this joint family has got their own unique stories to tell with different twists and whatnot. I'm sure it's sounding interesting already, right? So let me send an invite to the author, Shiwani herself, and then we'll continue the discussion with her. So I'm inviting Shiwani to talk about Joint Family, a trippy story of an 80s joint family with Shiwani herself. Hi, Shiwani.
Hello, hi Antra.
How are you, Shiwani?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm also good. Shiwani, my first question to you is
Yeah.
how did this idea come to you? Whether you came to the idea or the idea came to
So
you of, of writing your debut novel around this cannabis cultivation. It's a um, very unconventional topic and something which we have not seen in contemporary fiction. But then it's one of the pressing situations, I must say, because when suddenly during, I think, late 70s, during the time of Rajiv Gandhi, right, when
yeah.
cannabis cultivation was suddenly illegalized and was only restricted for research and medicinal purposes. So tell me how this idea came to you. Okay, there, I think we lost you. So I'm going to say hi to everyone who has joined us. Let Shivani come back. And we are talking to Shivani Kumar, the author of Joint Family. It's a trippy tale of an 80s joint family involved in cultivating joints or cannabis. It's a very interesting um, story with intriguing characters. We have lost the author right now, lost to the connection, the technical glitch. I'm going to send her another request to join the session and we'll continue the discussion together. It's today we are talking about giant, and we know it's not legal, so hold your breath. I have already asked the first question to Shivani, and we have
Yeah.
Shivani back with us. That
Yeah.
how did this idea of writing your debut novel around cannabis came to you?
Uh, yeah. Actually, I'll keep the language Hindi and English for all of my viewers. So, actually, cannabis and joint family are two most controversial things. We find both of them so many times of madness. Both have so much of madness and so much of characters. So I tried to blend two such worlds and came up with this novel because no one talks about cannabis that much, and joint family is a thing that has each section of madness and different relativities. So that was my thinking, and I blend both of them and started writing about joint family. स्टार्टिंग में मैंने सोचा था कि पहले स्क्रीन प्रेजेंट वो करते हैं, बट लिखते लिखते बोला कि अभी तो कोविड का सिचुएशन हो गया, तो फिर मैंने बोला कि बुक से ही स्टार्ट करते हैं, वो ज्यादा बेटर होगा.
ऐसा तो नहीं था कि दोस्तों के साथ बैठे हैं आराम से चिल कर रहे हैं सडनली व्हाई नॉट राइट ऑन दिस ऐसा तो नहीं हुआ
नहीं नहीं
इसी
नहीं
पे किताब लिख
एक्चुअली
देती
हुआ.
हूँ
नहीं नहीं नहीं, एक्चुअली हुआ क्या था एक्चुअली सुशांत वाला केस जब हुआ था ना, तब कैनबीस पे बहुत ज्यादा बात
Hmm.
हो रही थी कि इट्स हार्मफुल,
Right,
इट्स
right.
नॉट गुड, ऐसा है वैसा है। सो आई थिंक कि इसमें बहुत सारे अच्छे पार्ट्स भी हैं जो मेडिसिनल वैल्यूज में
Hmm.
यूज होते
Hmm.
हैं। तो
Yes,
मैंने
yes,
उसके अच्छे
absolutely.
पार्ट्स भी शो किए हैं, उसके बुरे पार्ट्स भी शो किए हैं। सो आई हैव शोन बोथ द पार्ट्स, लाइक यू शुड एंड यू शुड नॉट। क्योंकि पहले लीगल था, और लीगल था क्योंकि वो बहुत अच्छी तरह से चल रहा था, मेडिसिन की तरह
Hmm.
यूज हो रहा
Hmm.
था। बहुत सारे जो मतलब पास्ट में वेद वगैरह होते थे जो लोग यूज
Hmm.
करते थे, डॉक्टर्स।
Absolutely.
बट राजीव गांधी के टाइम पे फिर ये बंद हो गया, तो उसके टाइम से फिर ये इलीगल भी चालू हुआ, कुछ हुआ।
Hmm. Hmm.
पूरा सिचुएशन फिर वहां पर आकर के एंड हुआ। बुक ऐसे ही है, तो आप पढ़ें तो आपको ज्यादा मजा आएगा।
So three things that I got from what you said just now is that जो madness है
हम्म।
और जो the chaos around a joint family as well as cannabis or joints. So both you have tried to inculcate together and to bring out a story, which I totally understand. But then, having said that, I must assure you that even though it's around this joint and this cannabis cultivation, but it portrays more about what a family goes through after suddenly their, ancestral business has come to a stop, and it's not just situational, it's from the law enforcement, from the government's perspective. It is no longer illegal, no support, nothing. How the family comes together in such a situation of crisis. So that is something that I totally could relate. And even though we are pulling each other's leg and we are saying that it's something related to it, but I think even the title brings a smile to your face. Like it's a fun title. Jo matlab with your friends, it's like joint family, joint family. So
Yeah,
it's a very cute um, title, and I must say that it's a very intriguing. Like कोई भी इसको पढ़ने की would like to read it. Like whoever comes
yeah,
across it. So that's a good job that you have done as an author, I must say.
yeah. Actually, in starting, I was thinking to make a web series out of it, but
Okay.
COVID pandemic and situation, so I started writing a novel for it.
Right, right. So I also want to ask you, my second question would have been that I know that you are into documentary filmmaking and screenwriting, apart from
Yeah.
being a journalism and mass comm graduate. So I wanted to ask you, like, whether those experiences were already in your mind while putting this novel in place, or this novel was an extremely or a different activity altogether.
No, I had all those points in my mind because while writing a web series or anything, we mention each things like day or
Hmm.
night,
Hmm.
movements, shots, and everything. So I have that thing in mind whenever
Hmm.
I write any story or anything, because I want to do screen adaptation of each of my stories. I think they are different and they can bring change to the society a lot. So that's why I keep in mind and write each of my stories like that.
Right, right. So I really wish all the best to you in converting your stories to web series. I would definitely like to watch them on OTT. Uh,
Yeah.
Tell me, Shivani,
Hmm.
is there any section, is there any part from Joint Family which is your favorite or which is like close to your heart?
The first prologue section is very close to my heart because it has full of friends. They are talking about and sharing their experience of their joint family. So that first section is like I am enjoying with my friends and I'm talking with my friends. And during quarantine, I was missing all of them. So that's why that was very close and I can relate to it.
Hmm. Hmm. Right. So, would you like to read those lines out to us?
Yeah, sure. I can read one of my poem.
Sure,
Uh,
sure.
sure.
But that
So,
this poem is not in your book, right? Not in your joint family,
uh,
right?
No, it's in my joint family.
Okay, okay, all right.
Okay, so it's clean your ears, tight your imagination too. This story will tickle your toe. Thrilling nerves, psychedelic boo, exciting as purple haze, dramatic as Iduki gold. Blend of a joint and a family lore. So this was it.
Great. So this comes in chapter. There are
Uh,
few other poems that you have inserted in this story. I must say that there are like I have come across few other snippets. I think this from chapter 6?
no, this is from prologue, last page.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So then there are few other poems I can see in your book that you have written. Um, like, would you like to share something about your poems? Would you enjoy writing
Uh,
poems? Was that
yeah.
deliberate?
Actually, poems are for introduction and for the ending of any story because I like
Okay.
to start with very intriguing part so that people enjoy reading that story.
Hmm.
And this is not only about a family, this is about many problems which was held
Hmm.
during 80s or 90s. Many
Right,
women
right,
used to
right.
face most of the problems. So my motive was that to educate people about that time कि जो पहले चीजें हो रही थी वो अब ना हो like misogynistic week. It's
Hmm.
about
Hmm.
women
Especially
problems
the father figure, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
so
The
there are
father
many twists
has those
also.
traits. Right,
Yeah.
right, right. And as I said, that each character has got their stories, unique
Yeah.
stories, and
Mm-hmm.
each stories has got a twist towards the end. And
Mm-hmm.
and then there are comedies, situational comedies, which makes it more fun to read. It's like you are taking a break and you are enjoying something to read. So that is something that
Yeah.
I would like to read while commuting, while traveling, when you are already at a chaos and you want to take some of your mind out of it. So this is something that I would like to read. So that's really great. Um, I would like to take a short break and say hi to all our friends that have joined us right now, watching us. Thank you for joining in. I would also like to share the information that Shivani's joint family is available on our online bookstore, www.mysecretbookshelf.co.in. And we have limited editions of signed copies, and if this is something that you are looking to read, so just go and visit our website. The link is given on our bio and get yourselves a copy. We have some discounts also running. So, Shivani, coming back to our session of discussion,
Yeah.
you have, apart from Joint Family, you have also written and published three more books, which are available in the Kindle e-format, e-books format. I'll quickly read out their names. One is the Bedtime Stories, the Talking Dead, and the King of Ruins. I suppose. I
Yeah.
hope I got the names correct. I
Yeah.
memorized. So, would you like to share more about each of these books?
Yeah, actually, bedtime stories was my first story. Actually, I wrote it in during my second year. I was in third semester. I was just at that time Kindle was new, and I thought it is good platform to write and publish my things. So I started
Hmm,
writing
hmm.
and published my book. It was done in hardly in a week, and I got a good response by my seniors, my friends, and everyone.
Hmm.
So after that, I lost my writing during
I'm
jobs
sorry,
and everything.
is it a collection of short stories, but bedtime stories, or is
Yeah. That is a
okay,
collection of
okay,
short stories.
okay,
आ,
okay, just a
फिर
minute.
उसके बाद कॉलेज खत्म हुआ तो जॉब लग गई. जॉब में टाइम वैसे यूजुअली मिला नहीं, बट फिर जब पैंडमिक स्टार्ट हुआ तब था टाइम बहुत सारा. तब फिर मैंने द टॉकिंग डेड लिखा. टॉकिंग डेड
Hmm,
इज अ
hmm.
ह्यूमरस हॉरर स्टोरी, so you will
Oh, okay,
enjoy
wow.
reading it also. And Tom, the King of Rooms is the is kind of novella. because
Okay.
it has 20,000 characters and words and that.
20,000? Okay, all
Sorry.
right. I thought,
Yeah, words.
I'm sorry. So when you say characters, we assume it to be characters out of the stories,
Yeah, yeah.
not
No, that
words.
also I have
Okay,
written
I'm sorry.
for my, yeah, that also I started writing for web series only. But this
Okay, okay.
pandemic is so bad.
So what are your
So,
plan? Like, how do you want to put your stories into web series? Are you going to approach production houses, or you are going to take it up your sleeves on your own? How do you plan to do it?
no, actually, I'm working with production houses here in Chhattisgarh only, and
Okay,
we
okay.
have many connections with Bombay also. I've worked in Bombay, and currently I'm writing a regional movie for Chhattisgarh also. So
Wow.
we have,
Right.
and we discuss those things that we have so much plans. We were about to shoot a movie, but COVID situation, this is not good. That's why we
Yes.
delayed, and it's good that we delayed.
Actually, sabar ka phal meetha hota hai, and everything happens for the best. Maybe you never know, like there's good things in store for you. So it's always
Yeah.
good to wait and then start about. So there's something in my or I also want to start something with my
Mm.
book club thing, which is not happening at all. So every time I think कि मैं अभी शुरू करने वाली हूँ, but then it takes couple of steps back. So
Mm.
the other day I was talking to my colleague that maybe it's universe's sign. This is not the right time to go about it. So I think it's
Yeah.
always best to wait and then start.
Yeah.
Uh, you are the co-founder of. I hope
Social
I'm
chitra.
getting it correct. It's Social Chitra.
Social chitra. Yeah.
Okay, so what is Social Chitra and what does Social Chitra do?
Actually, it's a digital marketing firm. So
Okay.
during pandemic, we were. I left my job and started as a screenwriting for full-time writing work. But at that time, I was getting so many requests for writing content and doing
Hmm.
digital marketing thing. So I had my friend Abhishek Singh and Kshitish Divani. We were three like अगर मुझे कुछ भी ग्राफिक का काम लगता था मैं अभिषेक को देती थी कोई भी डिजाइनिंग का काम लगता था वेब डिजाइनिंग का वो मैं क्षितिज को देती थी और छत्तीसगढ़ का मार्केट ऐसा है कि यहाँ पे लोगों को उतनी ज्यादा पता नहीं है कि डिजिटल मार्केटिंग है क्या तो यहाँ पर लोगों को अवेयर भी करना था और यहाँ पे हम लोग के पास एक स्टेट प्लेटफॉर्म भी था कि हम लोग यहाँ पे ग्रो कर सकते हैं और
Right,
यहाँ
right.
की बहुत सारे लोग थे जिन्हें चाहिए था और उन्हें पता था
Hmm.
तो दे वे
Hmm.
अप्रोचिंग अस सो वी थॉट कि हम लोग को एक कंपनी स्टार्ट करनी चाहिए क्योंकि यहाँ पे है बहुत अच्छा मार्केट एंड वी कैन डू गुड
Hmm.
so at that time September we started our website and everything we done and December we registered our company and started working. Currently we have 7 to 8 clients and
Wow,
working
that's
good.
great. That's
Yeah.
that's really awesome. Even like I know how important social marketing and social media advertisements and marketing is. So
Yeah.
I again I wish all the best to your social chitra, and the tagline is so catchy. Vichitra and Chitra and everything is there. So would you like to share the tagline of social chitra?
Yeah, social chitra going which is we stand you out. Sorry, I didn't get that. Uh,
Yeah, it's something. Okay, so we'll figure it out and then we'll share it later.
yeah,
It's really fun. So I think it's rather everyone should visit the page and then figure it out. So it's
yeah,
really fun. Okay, so I'll take another moment and let everyone who have joined us now, let everyone know that signed copies, limited edition signed copies of Shivani's Joint Family is available on our online bookstore. So do visit us and grab yourselves a copy of Joint Family. It's a trippy story of an 80s joint family who are involved in the cultivation of cannabis or joints. Um, So coming back to Shivani, our session. Uh, what are your hobbies, Shivani?
My
Apart from
hobbies
writing,
are,
of course.
yeah, I watch movies a lot.
Okay,
Means
okay.
whenever I'm not writing, I used to watch 2 or 3 movies a day. Means during
Wow,
writing, I
great.
don't watch or don't read because I think it will get messed up and I'll मैं लिख दूंगी उनके जैसा तो फिर plagiarism हो जाएगा. So I don't read or don't write. मतलब don't read or don't watch anything while writing. इसीलिए बट ऐसे अगर मैं फ्री रहती हूँ तो आई रीड मतलब watch movies a lot. I'm not a good reader, but I keep reading newspapers and everything because
Hmm,
I belong from journalism field, and that is our
hmm,
habit
hmm,
to read newspapers and watch
hmm.
news.
News,
But
updates.
movies are something that I've seen since my childhood, and that's my passion. Like,
So, is there any recommendation, movies recommendation you would like to share with me? Even I'm
uh,
into movies.
what kind of movies do you watch? For romantic, I'll suggest Laila Majnu of Imtiaz Ali, and Tamasha. They are good movies. And this now Paglet has released. Um, and new Ludo is good. And Tenet is very nice.
Is it?
Recent
So
release,
I
yeah.
am planning to start watching Tenet because I am into my favorite genre would be science fiction. So it's
Yeah.
I started and then I take 3 4 days to complete a movie, but then I started watching this web series Them, which
Hmm.
is also interesting. So
Okay.
so we have some comments, and I request our viewers, our friends who are watching us, if you have anything to share, anything to ask Shivani, any suggestion, do share in the comments. I'll read them out. There is someone who is saying quotes and reads. So do watching movies gives you some sort of inspiration to write. Would you like to answer that, Shivani?
Yes, they give me so much inspiration because whenever I see some, I watch flop movies also. Means I am मेरे सर बोला करते थे कि फ्लॉप मूवीज इसलिए देखो ताकि तुम्हें पता चले कि उनमें खामियां क्या है, उनसे सीखो. तो उनका
Right.
बहुत एक मेजर रोल प्ले होता है मेरी लाइफ में कि अगर उसमें जो कमी थी वो मुझे दिखानी है. बहुत सारी मूवीज है जो कि फ्लॉप है बट वो बहुत अच्छी थी. सो वो बहुत सारे उनको ये करना है और बहुत सारे ऐसे सब्जेक्ट है जो कि अभी तक बने नहीं है और उन पे अभी फोकस डालना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. एज आई एम अ डॉक्यूमेंट्री फिल्म मेकर, आई यूज टू focus on those things and mostly as historified as my ID name. Historified because I love history a lot and I
Okay.
want to secure all those temples and old monuments. I used to
Right.
make
Right.
documentaries about that and aware people to protect it and know about their national and old heritage. So
Okay.
that's
All
my
right.
motive. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Got it. Thank you so much for sharing the recommendations. So you mentioned that you are a slow reader, but are you currently reading any fiction novel or non-fiction, anything?
Yeah,
Would
I'm
you like?
currently reading non-fiction novel that is Freedom at Midnight by
Okay,
Larry
okay,
Collins and Dominic Laperi. They are two
okay,
journalists and who wrote about our whole freedom struggle and everything that
okay.
happened before and after our freedom. So that was I'm reading right now.
And I am also reading, well, like coincidentally, something around our freedom movement. I'm reading the great Indian novel by Sashi
Oh,
Tharoor,
okay.
and
Yeah.
it's such a witty, sarcastic take on Mahabharata and also our freedom struggle. So it's really a great read, I think. So what I'm going to do, Shivani, is that
Yeah.
your other book as well as your current read that you have shared right now. So I'm going to share all this information on our storyboard so that if anyone wants to go through them, check them out, they can go through it, have the information readily available. So I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I think we have come to the end of our session, but before wrapping up,
Yeah.
Shivani, is there anything that you are working on next? Any book? ऑलरेडी चार
Yes.
किताबें तो पब्लिश हो गई है पांचवी और लॉकडाउन अगर ज्यादा एक साल और चल जाए तो चार और किताबें पब्लिश हो जाएगी
आराम से, आराम से. No, because
so
I
there
have
is
so many things in my mind. Means I
right
have
right
full schedule. I have to write this in this time. I have to write this. मतलब वो time cover हो ना हो, but मुझे complete करना है. I have so many topics. Means I used to wake up at night from my sleep and write about the things. हाँ हाँ ये भूल ना जाऊँ कहीं इसको लिख लेते हैं क्योंकि बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि हम लोग भूल जाते हैं. So I used to note down each of my ideas and start working on it slowly, slowly. So my next
so,
project is Dandakaranya. Dandakaranya
okay
is the region which is a part of region in Chhattisgarh, where
okay
which is mentioned in Ramayana and Mahabharata also. Uh, Lord Ram has spent most of time of his
exiled
Vanvas here only. Yeah.
right right
So I'm writing about that part. This is not mythological, but this is thriller fiction. Dandakaranya, the Jungle of Matriarchy. This is the title.
wow
So it will be
hmm.
coming soon. I am still
Okay,
writing it, and hopefully it will be done soon.
soon as in like by when can we expect uh, it to be
By
out in the market?
June or July.
July. Okay, all right. So that's going to be like really quick. One thing that lockdown and pandemic has taught us to be patient
Yeah,
and to realize that time flies like that. So, all my best wishes to your joint family as well as all your books that you have already written and you are about to write. Uh,
yeah,
all my best wishes for your web series. There was one question, I think that can be our last question by
yeah.
quotes and reads. Shivani, which is the favorite genre?
My favorite genre is history fiction.
History fiction. Okay,
Yeah,
all right, great. And that's why historified, right?
yeah,
So that was like no question. All right. So thank you, Shivani, for joining me today. I'm so glad
yeah,
that we could do it. We had this session today. Um, and it's so nice to talk to you face to face in person. We have been in touch for quite some time
yeah.
now, but this is the first time I think we are coming across face to face.
Jogging, yeah.
So, so thank you so much, Shivani, and take care. Have a lovely Sunday ahead.
Same to you. Thank you. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank. Bye, bye. Thank you.
So, friends, that was Shivani Kumar, the author of Joint Family. The limited edition signed copies of this book is available on our online bookstore. The website link is given on our IG bio. I'll just read it out. You can just go and browse and purchase yourselves one of these copies. www.mysecretbookshelf.co.in. We are also having a Bihu sale going on till 15th of April. So there are lovely um, titles available on sale. So do take out some time and browse through our online bookstore. Next Sunday, I'll be again back with another special guest. Till then, take care, keep reading, and have a lovely Sunday and week ahead. Bye. Take care.